Hello everybody, welcome back to the nursery. Hope everybody's doing all right out there today. This is a Saturday when I'm filming this, guys. Recording it, I should say. Today we're going on to our next flares on Levi. I've got some stuff on my hands. Make sure I have no paint on there, guys, before I pick my little guy up. Look, he'll get all over him. Blues are really bad for that. Today we're going to start our mottling on him. And I'll do 4 mottling layers. I'll go over the 4 with you guys. And you don't have to bake in between these mottling layers, guys. Or at least I don't. The first one is just a blue mottling color. Now, we don't want a lot of this. You know, we want enough on him to be seen as like a mottling color, but not too much. Because like I told you yesterday, guys, these blues are very overpowering. And this blue that I'm using, I just put a lot of thinners in my jar like I told you. This is like little jars I got from Walmart. They're like little canning jars. See the lids? And I keep all my paints in there and fill them up. And, you know, I can leave them for months if I need to. So I just mix me up a bunch. And this is thin and medium. And that vein blue that I showed you guys yesterday. That's what this is. It's the vein blue and thin and medium. So, I take a cosmetic wedge, and I should have showed you that, but I didn't. I just take out little pieces in it to where it's kind of, it looks like little holes all in it. Take your tweezers and just pull them out, little pieces, all of them, and make them kind of holy looking. I also take the edges off so it don't, you know, leave no real sharp edge on there. And I kind of dab it here to make sure I don't have too much in there. Because like I told you guys, you know, we don't want to have too much blue. But I always start on the back and work my way towards the front, just to make sure my blues are not too blue. This one's okay. Looks really good. And then I just start, you know, and see how it leaves that little pattern. Just leaves like a little pattern. And I'm getting, for some reason, just spots of blue in this. Let me take those off, guys. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe because, it might have been because it's sitting there for so long. But it's okay. I can take them right off. It's no big deal. They'll come right off. Let me try wiping this, guys. We'll try it again. Here we go. I can wipe it right off. It's no big deal, but I still left some on there. But you can see how it just leaves a little bit of faint blue on her. On him, rather. It's a him. And I'm just going to go all over everywhere with this blue. This is our first mottling color. I'm going to do 4. I hope I've been on camera, guys. I swear I'm just not used to working with a camera. And it's so hard for me to watch that. This is just what they call mottling. It's like, and it makes a really neat effect, guys, on them. Now, on this face, I want a little bit, but not much. A lot of people don't even put it on the face, and you don't have to if you don't want to. They'll just go all the way around the face, and they don't put it on there. But what I do is I just kind of make sure that I don't have a lot. That's another reason I start at the back and work to the front. That way, by the time I get to the front, the sponge is almost out of paint, and it just leaves a little bit to go on the face. And if I feel there's too much, you can always take another sponge and just dab some of it off if you think there's too much. But actually, that looks pretty good. I'm going to put just a little bit more on there, guys, because it's not showing the way I like it to. Okay, we'll leave it at that. I don't want to get too much. I'm working in the evening too, guys, and I will tell you this, something I've learned. This took me a while to learn it. Colors look different in the evening than they do in the daytime. It's because you got the natural, maybe around here a little bit. Now maybe that's better. The natural light coming through the windows, and you don't in the evenings after the sun goes down. And it's harder to tell with colors. I really, honestly don't like, I don't like painting much of the evening. Because you just really can't tell your colors too good. on his ears too much. And on the nose, you have to watch that because it'll get on the nose real bad. And that's not too good. You don't want it on that nose real bad. Kind of dab it off the face. Anyway, there's the first blue layer. And all that is vein blue with some mineral spirits. So let's try it on a leg, and I'll show you a leg. And then what you do is you just set this over and let it flush off. Or dry. If you prefer to call it that. They call it flushing off, but it's just, you're just sitting it over and letting it dry. Okay, and on this one, we'll start on the foot and work our way up. And just go around. And the reason I always start on the foot is because you got somewhere to hold here. If you started on up here on the upper leg, you know, and come down, it'd be harder. You wouldn't have much to hold to, right? So I do it this way. And then, like I said, if you look at it again and you think you've got too much, you can just take a little bit of thinner, put it on a cosmetic wedge, and just dab it all over it, and it'll take some of it off. Or if you prefer to take it all off and start over again, you can do it with thinner. Just put thinner on a, let me put a little bit more on there. I'm running out of paint. You can put a little bit thinner on a cosmetic wedge or a paper towel even. Take it all off if you want to. If it don't look the way you want it to, just do it before you heat set it. Once you set that, it's permanent. So make sure you like it before you put it in the oven to bake. This will be our first mottling layer, guys. This is the vein blue. And see how it looks wet? Let me get some right in there. I miss right in there. Right in there, right in there. It just gives it a little mottled look. I'll hang this over here to dry on my little stand. And I'll do an arm for you, and then I'll do the rest off camera. But like I say, remember, you don't have to do this. You don't have to bake this. We'll go on to our next layer. Just let it dry. Let the thinners dry. And once it dry, then you can go back over it with your next layer. And I'll show you that next. It'll be a purple. A dark purple. You just kind of dab it all over with those little holy looking things because you took the holes, like put holes in a sponge. And it makes great little mottling tools. Kind of just puts those little holy looking, you know, places. Now, if you keep going over and over and over it, so you just want to dab and then move on to another place. If you keep going over it and over and over it, it'll turn into just a solid everywhere blue. So you don't want to go over the same place like 3 or 4 times. If you do it, so you're not going to get that mottled look, you know. And then I'll hang that over there to dry. And then I'll do my next arm. Now this one might be a little bit long, this video might, guys, because, you know, it takes some time to do all this stuff. And this is your mottling layers. And really, I guess if you didn't want the mottling layers on there, you wouldn't have to do it. But honestly, you want these on here, guys, because it just brings, it's like it brings it to life. See, what we're doing right now is we're putting in the veins, the blue undertones, the mottling, the blues and the purples, and it just kind of gives the effect of blood flowing under the skin. That's what it looks like, you know, like blood under the skin, you know. And I know you've seen babies, they have these, they're mottled some, you know. My mom called that potted. Now, I don't know where that word came from, but that's what she called it, was potted. She said the baby was potted. When she'd see a baby look like that with the little blues and purples on it everywhere, little splotches. Yeah, I don't know. That's, don't ask me. That's an old-fashioned term, I guess. I don't know. But that's what she would say. Now, see how I dabbed that too much and got it a little bit too thick? We're going to dab it off there just like that. Right there, too. I don't know. I dabbed it enough here. Maybe what's causing that. Dab it off a little more. That's the reason I always get it on here and then I kind of blot it down on the paper towel. But you just have to do this, and then you have to just, I hang them up here on my little hangers I got. I got these real cheap from Dolls by Sandy. wasn't hardly anything at all. And honestly, they work pretty good. They're nothing big time, but they're just little plastic things, but they work pretty good. Okay, guys, that's the first mottling layer. I'll be back in a few. As soon as this flashes off, I'll be back, and I'll show you the next layer. Talk to you in just a minute.